Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm pretty sure you're aware that for about 6 years we've been hearing almost every day about the Russian interference in our elections and our system and all that. All right, now we heard that almost every day. At least I am already done with that. But hey, that is because the United States of America never interfered in anybody's elections. Ever, never, ever, never, never, ever, never, never. Okay, we got that? Pinky promise. Okay. Now we have our, I think they're still our allies, which is the country of Mexico. And we have over there Mr. Obrador, the president, who makes some very interesting claims. He addresses these claims or directs them towards its northern neighbor, which is the United States of America. So, that's very strange. He must be lying because we don't do that. Now, he doesn't say that the United States interferes in their elections or the system. No. He's going to say something else. And, it's like I say, I'm going to come to you or I'm going to walk to you or I'm going to get to you or I'm going to drive to you. The same thing. I will move in your direction, okay? But anyway, you can use synonyms, euphemisms, whatever. The point is, I'm coming towards you. So let's see what's going on here in this little article. This article comes from Associated Press. It's from May 3rd, 2023. Mexico's president complains U.S. is funding opposition. Now, is this interference or no? Well, we do it. So if we do it, it can't be anything negative. So I'm pretty sure we do it because we help something. We do something good and we help. Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has again complained, Jesus Christ, you're a whiner, man, to the United States that the U.S. government, is funding organizations, NGOs by any chance, opposed to his administration. Well, because probably he's a dictator, and those organizations are for democracy, and they have all kind of names that are freedom, democracy, love, and all that. Organization opposed to his administration, this time in a letter to President Joe Biden. Hey man, you sent it the wrong person, he can't read. Anyway, Mexico City. Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has again complained to the United States that the U.S. government is funding organizations opposed to his administration. There's no internal interference. No. This time in a letter to President Joe Biden. Oh, no, that's serious. The letter was dated Tuesday, the same day López Obrador met with a White House official. With a White House official. The president made a similar complaint in a diplomatic note 2 years ago, just before a virtual meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris. And how did you communicate? Did she take it out of her mouth? The food, I mean. The hot food. In the letter, López Obrador states that the United States Agency of International Development for some time has funded, and I'm quoting, organizations openly opposed the legal and legitimate government, end quote, an act he described as interventionist. So interventionist, okay. And I'm quoting, I am sure that you do not know about this issue. He just changes, culpability. I'm pretty sure you don't know about this issue, and for that reason I respectfully request your appreciated intervention. He does not know, not because the guys keep it secret, but he doesn't have all the beep, 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 beep available. Mental... Anyway, read the letter which López Obrador read at the morning news briefing Wednesday. U.S. aid goals for Mexico focus on reducing impunity, crime, and violence by constraining the operational space for organized crime in targeted areas, end quote, according to its current development strategy. Okay, so these guys are doing for something good. I told you. The organizations that López Obrador has identified as opposition include the local branch of Article 19, an international freedom of expression organization. I told you, they have very beautiful names, which has been critical of the number of journalists killed in Mexico. López Obrador, Did they have any problem critical with the guys that assassinated Daria Dugina in Moscow, that blew up her car, her dad's car? Did they have a problem? Did they were critical of the guys who committed that assassination in St. Petersburg of that pro-Russian blogger in that bar, restaurant? I don't think so, because they were not journalists. They were just bad people. Lopez Obrador met Tuesday with U.S. Homeland Security Advisor Liz Sherwood Randall to discuss coordination ahead of the end of U.S. asylum restrictions and their shared border. Okay, so that's what it is. He already named the weasels, and obviously the U.S. will not do anything about it, because, you know, what are you going to do? Nothing. They know exactly what they want to do. They work with these guys to get you out. And what are you going to do? Nothing. Because if you dare to do anything about Article 19 or whatever that was, guess what's going to happen? All the free, independent U.S. media will start talking, and we find out that Obrador did something in the past that he shouldn't have done. Something that they know, but they don't tell us. Usually that's how it happens. And that really surprised me when, I'm going to give you an example. George W. Bush, the illiterate son of the first Bush, yeah, that's what he was. Anyway, that's how I see him. Listen to his speeches. Anyway, so that guy, we didn't hear in the first elections, only on the re-election, that actually he was discharged from the military, from the, I think it was Texas National Guard, and they used that only in the second, not in the first. So that might tell us that the second one, he was not quite, the other guys were not quite in tune with allowing him to be whatever the voters would vote, if you know what I mean. But only the second, they dug deeper in that. Do you think so? I don't think so. I think Gore's campaign was pretty deep in the whole thing. But anyway, what can you do? Things happen. And they just, that's why when they come with, what's his name, Trump, with whatever they came, with a dossier, with this and Russia collusion and all that, and that guy, and then now they come with some Stormy Daniels and Pape this, and these are like, Jesus Christ, if you go by that, you're going to get Bill Clinton arrested as well. If, hush hush money, anyway. This is the American democracy, and we are the best at protecting it. And we can also spread it in Mexico right now by funding these organizations. And then we cry that the Russians banned some NGOs, not bans, they didn't ban them, they require them to register as foreign agents because they were funded by some governments, we don't know who, okay? But the Americans did this, like, I don't know, about 90 years before the Russians, but hey, we were way ahead. These guys are just catching up now, so they're like slow mofos. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.